Next, we'd like to invite His Excellency Sheikh Mahfoudh Bin Bayyah to the stage. He will be presenting Beyond Idealism, what is the hard truth behind building peace in a holistic world.
Buongiorno, and good morning, everybody, and assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Thank you to invite me, and thank you for my friend, Brian Grimm. And I thought I'm the only friend he has, but I find out he has so many friends. Does not make me jealous, but make me know his beautiful character. And we met 10 years ago when he showed up in my conference in Marrakesh, and in one of a historical conference, when gathered scholars to countering violence and extremism and to make a state about protecting non-Muslim minority in Muslim-majority countries. That day was a big day when we had the Declaration of Marrakesh. And he showed up there, and I said, I thought he's a professor in theology or he's a priest. He said, no, I'm a CEO of company. I said, wow, good news. Businessmen, they care about peace and countering violence and extremism. I'm sure you have a company that's been affected by this violence. So no, but he showed up, he has good attention, and he has a long journey to do. And then we start this journey together. When you ask me this question, I don't think I need to prepare for it. I'm living in it. I'm living in the middle of Middle East. When we're going now through this ocean of violence, and the only thing we have is hope. We are prisoners of hope. We never lose that hope. That hope is lead us to what we have before October 7th, and is what we're having until today. We never lose hope, and we're never gonna lose it, and we're gonna keep trying, because working for peace in our country, United Arab Emirates, is not a job, it's a mission. From a cradle to the grave. It's a mission we're born with. When you have a development and you're looking to open your country for people, you need to make it safe and secure, and you need to welcome everybody. That the fathers of the country, Sheikh Zayed bin Sultan said about it, and that's what Sheikh Mohammed bin Zayed following him in. So we are gonna be keeping that hope. We hope next year you will see something better than this year. But we cannot stop there. Building peace in a hostile world is multi-dimensional process aimed at preventing violence, managing conflicts, and achieving sustainable peace. This work included addressing the root cause of the conflicts. You cannot ignore that. Every conflict has a root. There is a people fighting somewhere in the world, in Africa. When you go, who's the chief of this violence? You find him inherited it from a grandfather. So if you ignore that historical piece of information, you're never gonna have any peace in the future. You're always gonna just tolerate it in certain time, when the government agreement or something like that. But the beautiful thing, when you move from, yesterday I was in Notre Dame University, and the beautiful subject we've been working, and I'm gonna go back to my friend, Brian Grimm, together for freedom of religion, with all the American ambassadors of freedom of religion, including Susan Johnson Cook, Brown Back, David Sebastian, Rashad Hussein, and waiting for the new one to come out now to start our journey again. We work in the other side for AI and ethics with Microsoft, IBM, and we had a Rome call here in Rome with the Pope Francis 3 years ago. And he received the document that we signed as Jewish, Muslim, Christian. But we're including everybody to that journey last summer when we included them in Hiroshima, when we included all the religion in Asia to attend that conference. So yesterday, they talking about changing the conversation about religion freedom and integrally human development approach applied to India, Italy, and Nigeria. So this is beautiful. We're always adding something, changing language, recognizing others, including them to this journey that we're not going to be making it by ourselves when not everybody with us in it. So this journey, as I said, from cradle to the grave, but usually it's my job to look where is the people that they disagree about something and try to bring them to that space to have the dialogue. That's what the Abu Dhabi Forum for Peace about. It's a think tank that's working to see where is the subject. And these last 10 years, we've been able to address the most 40 difficult concepts in Islam. Islam is not a small religion. It's around 2 billion. And if you're not addressing this issue, interpreting from the worm of Islam itself, don't try to fix it from outside. So that's what we gather scholars about. We have in our organization more than 1,000 scholars. We've been able to develop 40 concepts, from what the meaning of jihad to the meaning of coexistence, or freedom of religion, or the belief of others. So we include all of that in 40 concepts. We're publishing next year the Encyclopedia of Peace. It's the first one in Islam, 20 volumes. We're trying to do in Marrakesh Observatory to produce every year how much the Muslim country been integrating their minorities in religion. What is the policy toward this minority? So that not mean we're ignoring that to be the issue of all minorities around the world, but we need to start by Muslim world. So our conference and our values in UAE, it's rooted to the father founders when they really think about it should be a space when receiving everybody. And I'm inviting all of you to come to UAE, and who don't have a ticket, he should call me. So I will get him one, or a hotel. You will have the experience of what I'm saying. Maybe I'm not the best one to interpret it or to speak about it or present it, but I'm telling you, if you visit UAE, you will understand what I'm talking about. You're more than welcome. I am welcoming the next conference there. So to shape the world, I look at it as a big title, but then I remember Toynbee said, they save the world is always the minority, the creative minority. So I'm hoping this is not just minority, this is a big majority here. From every religion, from every background, should be everybody included. And we're not gonna shape the world before we love one another. Or minimum, we know one another. And our Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, in a hadith, he said, if you're never gonna enter paradise until you love one another. And if you want me to tell you something to make you love one another, he said, spread peace. And that's the only word he said. He said, spread peace. And that's a mission we're doing, and we believe in it, we include it. And the Pope Francis, because we believe in fear is the most dangerous thing. Fear is the one keep you worry about to meet someone, to go to church, to visit anywhere, to meet this guy because he hates you, can't meet him, you should meet him. You should feel uncomfortable, but meet, then you will become knowing you know him. So I visit Bangui, Central Africa, during a mission of peace, when people still in the streets, Christian Muslims, bodies in the street, being cut pieces. And that time, Pope Francis decided to go to Bangui. And all organizations call him to don't go. It's a dangerous place. He said he's going. And the woman, she lead the ceasefire. She went between the groups I don't want to mention her name, but she been able to lead for ceasefire 24 hours until the Pope visited Bangui. During that time, he visited something called the Picassing, where there's majority of Muslims. And he asked, where is the most dangerous place? They said, it's just half mile from here, but you can't go there. He said, I'm going. I'm gonna go there. He went there and he visited that place. And he stand up there and he said, faith over the fear. That's what Pope Francis left for us. So I'm standing here today in the Vatican to say faith over the fear. We have hope and we're gonna go there. We're gonna get peace. We're gonna get peace for those they need it today before tomorrow. And that's the path God put us in us. My God bless you all. Thank you so much for inviting me.